Hello, everybody. Hello, Barney Chan. How are you tonight, Barney? You're the only one here so far, so. It's been quite the day, quite the day. Hello, everybody. Hello. I gotta be quiet. Hey, Mike. Yep, no Kyle tonight. Kyle is working. We're going to have a couple guests here. We're going to be talking to Rick Loesch, and we're going to be doing a little tribute to Gerry Hoagland. Preston Selfinger will be joining us shortly. He's running behind. He just finished up his bowling league for the winter, so they're out there celebrating their World Championships. Well, April's almost over, Barney. Hey, Rick. So, if anybody hasn't heard the news, last week, Gerry Hoagland passed away suddenly, unexpectedly, while he was up in his hobby shop. Yes. So, up in his hobby room working on his RC cars, he just put some time into getting the track ready and unfortunately passed away while his wife went out. Yes, he does work. Brian Stout, yep, no Kyle. Show just got better. So, we're going to spend some time talking about Gerry. We're going to have Preston on. We're going to talk about some crazy nonsense that Preston wants to bring up, I'm sure. And we're going to do another candy review, since Kermit's wife really likes it when we talk about candy. So that's just for her and for me, because I get to eat these. I had some this afternoon. They were pretty good, but they were the strawberry. I haven't tried the grape yet, so we're going to go with the grape. April is almost, it is almost over. We're halfway through. I'm scrambling right now to get my taxes done for tomorrow. I got them done. I still got to print them out and mail them. I still have to finish up my dad's, so I got to get those out of the way. So yeah, April is flying by. And next week will be my birthday. So there you go. I see already we got some Losi sprint cars are on the list too. We're going to talk about that a little bit. RJ's will be having the Losi Sprint Car Nationals this Saturday. So, if you're looking for a place to race your Losi sprint car, Bill Osborne says this Saturday at RJ's Losi Sprint Car Nationals. I guess we're already ready for Nationals. Bring your cars and let's race. Winner gets an award and some cash. RJ Speedrome, Dirt Oval. Doors open at 8. Racing starts at 1. All cars to remain stock except for 5250C batteries allowed or the stock 4000 LiPo. So there you go. The first big Losi race. So you got your Losi, head up there. Taxes are a huge problem. Yes, they are. They're just a pain in the ass because honestly, I'm just filing paperwork to file paperwork. Listen, I already did the federal one and got the refund already. So, I mean, yeah, why do I have to do the rest of this crap? So, I don't owe them money. They don't owe me. Let's just go our separate ways and not talk about it anymore. Yes, Barney says, Gerry is very cool to me when I was at his track. Always jokes with me. Yes. Gerry was a very good guy. I went up there twice this year, so I did get to meet him, which is good. Losi Sprint Car Nationals already, yes. So, all right. So let's get the show on the road here. We're not going to do results first. First, we're going to bring on Rick Loesch. Then we'll get into results. Yeah, Underground had 24 entries for the Losi Sprint on Sunday. He predicts 30 on Saturday, so we'll see. If so, that is a huge field. So, all right. I'm going to give Rick Loesch here a call. And he's going to, give a tribute to Gerry. And he's going to talk about the future plans for Hoagland Speedway. So, let's bring on the man now. Rick Loesch. How are you, buddy? Rick?
Hello?
Hello? Hey, how are you, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm all right. How you been?
Not too good of a week.
No, it has not been. Very tragic week for you.
Yeah.
For everybody. He is a big name around here in racing.
Oh, people really don't know what they missed by losing him, because he was helped a lot of other tracks just what to do with it.
Hold on, let me get you up here so people can hear you. So talk if you can, Rick. Sorry, but talk louder.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, I know you're right. I mean, that the one thing I thought about when I heard the news is what's going to happen to Jersey racing, oval racing.
Well, we're still going to have the track open.
Okay.
Brian Boyce is going to be taking over and running it as good as he runs his place.
So Brian Boyce will be taking it over, and he's going to be prepping the track and getting the schedule together.
With some help of others that have helped Gerry in the past.
Yeah.
And they know what they're doing. I mean,
Brian's great.
He used to run Jackson Hobbies, and so he knows his way around the dirt track.
He does. Brian's a good guy.
We bought new dirt this year.
Yeah.
Same as we used to have, and it was supposed to be a good year.
Yeah.
He was planning on making something big this year.
I know. He's been talking about it for weeks now on Facebook. He's been out there prepping and getting ready. He was very excited.
There's nobody else that busts their ass like he did to make his track perfect.
You know, Rick, one of the things he would do is build a track and then tear it down the next week and build another.
I watched him have a track that I thought was good.
Yeah,
rip it down and rebuild it in an hour or two.
Yeah.
And just try to make it better.
I told you, that was one of my favorite tracks to run at last year. I love that track.
Yeah.
It was such a different track. It was just so high bite. It was like running asphalt. I loved it.
And the guy opened his home up to the people,
Mm-hmm.
That was his house.
Yeah.
And people, they came and...
Yeah. And he
had so much fun there. Chicks loved it. They loved the dogs.
Right.
Around the woods.
What I was worried about is man, with that track gone, if that track were to go away, what happens to you guys? Because there's no other place for you guys to race outside.
Nope.
I mean...
I would put a for sale sign and everything.
Yeah, and that's... I mean, that would be horrible because we'd be, just not losing him, but we're losing a whole group of guys that now have nowhere to go.
Well, we can always come out to Pheasant Land and stuff, too.
I know.
I'm trying to get out there so bad this year, whatever.
Yeah.
I got the little guys, and they're all doing their sports, and it's just... really took a backseat to racing the last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you got kids.
Yeah.
It's part of it. I mean,
I get out when I can, and that's all I can do. I only raced once this whole winter.
Yeah. And I know the thing that was sad about Gerry is that he was talking about coming out to Pheasant Land this week.
We were supposed to come out this Sunday, me and him.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see you guys come out and race with us.
Last Sunday we were supposed to go out.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have you guys come out and race with us. I mean, I know you guys have been trying to do it. Gary's been trying to do it, but it just never works out.
I dropped my trailer off to him.
Yeah.
Picking his trailer up and going out to your track.
Though I'm going to say Travis Ungler comes out just about every week, so I don't know. I mean, you could come out, man.
You don't have kids.
I know he doesn't. I got to bust your balls.
And back when I was his age, I was running 7-8 times a week.
Yeah. So, now that we know the track's going to be there, Brian Boyce is going to take over. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Gerry for the people that don't know and never met him? I was lucky enough to get to meet him.
And the thing I do want to say is June 7th is Gerry's Celebration of Life race.
Okay.
It'll be on Hoagland's website.
Okay. Yeah, I did post it. I did forward that over today.
But we were talking about that, and that's what he's doing. I didn't look see him post it yet.
Yep. I did get to see Gerry really fired up at a race. That made me happy. I like seeing that. He gave somebody a lot of shit, so I'm like, yeah, this is good. So, so why don't you tell us a little bit about tell us a little about Gerry, his history, where he started racing, how he got into this, and how he wound up.
He got into racing a while ago, and then he stepped back for a while and built his own tracks at home. And like, you know what? Why don't we have? I forget what the name of the transponders were. We used to run those clear ones where they had that used to have to hang out of your body.
Yeah.
We had them on his track for a little while. He's like, you know what? I'm getting the real one. And then from there, he just built the track in 2018.
Yeah.
And 2019, he had probably the best track I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
That thing was nothing but grip.
Yeah, it is. It's like an asphalt track. It scares Preston. Preston just joined us here. Scares him. He's afraid of those high bike tracks.
What I walk into?
Rick Loesch. Rick Loesch. So, but no, he was definitely a character, man. I wish I would have got to know him better.
I know one thing that sticks out was we had a guy. His toolbox fell out of his truck.
Yeah.
He drove away with his tailgate down, and Gerry went into his money that he earned for the day and handed the guy $500 and here, go replace your stuff.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
took a zero for the day and here's $500 to buy your stuff again.
It seemed like he was the type of guy. He was just happy to have people there having fun.
Oh, he was enjoyed. That was his biggest enjoyment, better than winning. So having people come over and race.
I'm looking forward to getting out there this summer.
That was the first place I ever raced.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
And then he got shut down 2 weeks later because it was during COVID.
Ah, man.
That was the first place I ever raced.
Wow.
An RC car.
How'd you do?
I sucked.
I bet you did. What'd you run?
12T at the time.
Okay. All right. What'd you think of the track? I mean, you're not a high bike fan, and that is a high bike track.
That was like 3 tracks ago, though, so
it
wasn't as high bike then as it is now.
Yeah. He had a notorious habit of ripping that track apart and changing it.
Didn't have a high bike track, but it was kind of loose dirt.
Yeah.
Listen, if you make that track like it was last year, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So.
That's going to be better.
Going to be better? You're just going to pave it over and make it asphalt? That works for me, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm a concrete guy.
Yeah.
I grew up at a mega track.
Oh, yeah, Preston's shaking his head. What would you think if we went to some place like Megatrack, Preston?
I'm a loose dirt guy.
What would you think about the high-speed, high-bank track where you're going to go 70, 90 miles an hour?
I drive it, but, you know what I like.
Okay.
With a pan car.
Yeah. You'd be fine with it. You would do it.
When you touched the wall, you bought a new car.
I did pretty good at Fezzland this winter.
You did. You weren't too bad. But, how did you do with bowling? We'll get into that.
I golfed tonight.
Oh, okay. All right.
Then I had a dinner with my bowling team.
Well, I'll talk about your bowling.
Hey, tell him Bree wants his stickers.
Stickers? What, the underdogs?
Yeah, she can still have those stickers.
Yeah.
Who does?
His daughter.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got them now.
That's why I stayed away.
Well, you got to come on out and get them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can drag Preston there. I know Kyle's going to come out this year.
It depends on what it is. When's the race?
Are you still going to do the Racer Series there?
The what?
The Racer Series for Osborne?
You're going to have to get a hold of Brian on that.
Okay.
I'm pretty much stepping back from that. So I'm still going to get sponsors and stuff for the race, but I'm not setting up any dates.
Okay. All right.
Anymore. It's all Brian, because it all depends on what he can do anymore. Because
that Racer Series was going to force Kyle to actually come out to Jersey.
Not me. I haven't ran any of them yet, so.
No, I know. I haven't run any of them yet, but I would run that one just so I can go out there.
It all depends with me camping and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'll put a bucket of fried chicken out. Kyle will come.
Fried chicken and candy, that'll get him there. So. All right, Rick. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate that. But we got a couple other things we got to talk about, so
Alrighty.
I'll talk to you later this week, man.
All right, and tell the skunk boss I said hi.
Okay, we will. Thanks, man. See you, bye. That's Rick Loesch. A little bit of, a little tribute, and we'll talk about Gerry.
I actually met Gerry before I even went down there.
Okay. Kyle tells me I got to call him Gerry. I can't call him Gerry.
It's Gerry.
That's what I always called him. Kyle
I met
said
him.
It's Gerry.
I met him at slot car track before I even knew he had a RC track.
Yeah. go to the velodrome. Is there a velodrome?
I thought
Is there still one?
There's one up in...
There's one in California.
Oh, I don't know. I just know there's a big bike thing up in Allentown.
Oh, Mike Woods? Yeah, is there? Can we race there?
Oh, I don't know. It's
We
in the
should.
Kunji area.
They race mud bosses on those velodromes. Bumper bowling. Preston, are you coming back down to Rip Current this season?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Everybody, Preston Selfinger. Hey, you got a candy review. Oh, good. Kermit's wife likes our candy review, so I got you those.
Oh, these are freaking awesome. They have Easter ones out right now. I wasn't home.
I saw them yesterday because I was over there looking for candy. I'm like, what should I get?
I'm actually right now at home. I'm eating a big bag of jelly beans from Costco.
I was gonna get jelly beans, but I know not everybody likes them.
It has like 40 different flavors in the popcorn flavor. It's
horrible. Yeah, I hate popcorn. I hate popcorn and black licorice. I hate those
I've been in that popcorn. I spit that out.
Are they the Gimbals? I like the Gimbals. Oh, okay. I was looking for some of those. They didn't have them at Walmart.
I'm stout. 43 on the back nine tonight. First time I swung a club in a year.
How does Brian Stout know this?
We used to play in the same league.
Oh, okay. So tell us about your bowling. How'd you do? Did you win the championship?
We finished 9th out of 25 teams.
That's like half.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're mediocre as normal.
Our problem was we had the highest average in the league, and we gave up so much handicap each week that if one of the bad bowlers bowled good, we were screwed.
Okay. So if Kyle did well, you were screwed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can make fun of Kyle tonight. He's not here.
Like my team I bowl on, the low average is 212 on our team.
And that was you?
It actually was me.
Really?
Because I sucked this year.
Okay. Well.
212 ain't bad.
No, I don't think it's bad. I think the best I ever did was like a 230. And that was a one-off.
I have 5 perfect games.
No, I never got that. I think I got the turkey.
Yeah, I have 5 career perfect games.
Yeah. Problem with bowling is, how many rounds do you do?
3.
About a second round, I'm just done with it. Halfway through, after the first one, you're all warmed up. Halfway through the second one's like, oh, this just sucks. I'm ready to go home. And then I just don't care anymore. All right, so let's see.
One-handed bowler.
All right, so you got something else in your hand. That's why. So we got to talk about some racing. We didn't do that yet.
There's racing lately?
It's not much, but there is.
I've been taking a little bit of a vacation.
Yeah, I took a vacation this week. So Fezland on Tuesday, the fun day. Big Block, Ray Horning, Adam Schucker, Kevin Miller. BL2, Chad Kohler, Dave Draka, Daryl Gottfried. Intermediate, Matthew McGowan, Jason Durr.
What's he an intermediate?
Why wouldn't? I'm not saying anything. He's doing well, though.
Yeah. Where's that sprint car he has, though?
He's doing well in that under 15 class.
Damn.
I know, we're brutal in this show. I'll hear about it tomorrow, though. Traxxas Modified. Dalton Mares, Daryl Godfrey, and Alex Moyer. Names
there's so many new people.
Yeah.
I have no idea who the people are.
You know how we got them?
Traxxas Modifies.
Right. Yep.
Junk.
Brings in new people.
Junk.
And they'll probably be buying a kit car at some point because we're not calling them purpose built anymore.
Junk.
They're kit cars. Friday. 13.5 Sprint. Chad Kohler, Sean Horning, Dylan Pence. Big Block. MJ Trellis, Sean Horning, Ray Horning. BL2. MJ. Brian Beaver. Tanner Putt. EDM. Chris Kennedy. Chris. Isn't it Guy in Telesano?
Chris. No, there's a Chris is
Yeah,
Guy's
there is. Oh.
son.
Okay. But Guy was there.
Yeah, but he ran 13.5. Mud Boss.
You ran EDM.
Oh. Yeah, they're probably...
It was the older in Telesano. Somebody got that wrong.
Oh. I wasn't there. So.
But, to be honest, both of them didn't even start or finish the EDM race. They both broke before they got there.
Really?
Uh-huh. Oh. So, Henry had to do a bye run in Mod Sprint. Intermediate, TJ, Damon Leitch, Rebecca Yan. Midget. Did not run. Mod Sprint. James Henry. The only one by himself.
Only one.
Traxxas Late Model. Didn't happen. Traxxas Modified. Alex Moyer. Ryan Arsenic. Brock Miller. Not quite sure how you say that name.
I think it's Arsenic.
So we got to talk here.
No.
Friday night, after the races were over, someone took a 360 sprint and ran a 4.3.
Yeah, but the guy's a professional.
It was Kohler's car, but it was Phil Cooper driving.
Does that surprise you?
Not Preston. Chad, he's run 4.5s with it.
Yeah.
Does it surprise me? No.
You don't need all the power.
No. So I guess we'll have to talk about that then. I mean, someone called up and they were surprised and kind of worried that, Chad ran a 5.09 in his Mud Boss, where everybody's been, 5.2s for a really fast lap, maybe a 5.1.
Track seemed like it had a lot of grip Friday night then.
Yeah. So, I mean, would you think that they're cheating? I don't think so either.
Oh, they just...
Chad's been focusing on that track all winter.
Yeah.
And he's really gotten that car good. So, all right. So, RJs. This brings us to RJs for Saturday. I know you don't like RJs.
I have no problem with RJs.
Okay. Why don't you go?
I'm taking a break.
Okay. 110 plate model. Bobby Sanso, Scott Carpenter, Bob Sanso. I have to have somebody to give crap to while they're here. Yeah, Kyle's not here tonight, so
I needed a little bit of a break.
Okay.
It was a long winter.
It was, always is.
Working on the track, building the track, working on the track.
Yeah.
Calling races.
Yes.
I get a long winter.
I know it was, and you get what gets it for me is just staying. Basically, we got the same two places really. There's no traveling. I like to travel. 13.5 Mud Boss, Chuck Eccles, Damon Leitch. Damon, who's been running at Pheasantland, he's doing pretty well. Bup Andrews.
Bup.
B-U-P. Bup. 360 Sprint. Doug Knaus. Mike Wood. Red Hollinger. BL2 Mud Boss. Chuck Eccles. James Mann. Tim Mann. The man's up in the top 3. Intermediate. Damon Leitch. Hayden Murray. Gene Leitch. Losi Sprint Car. Nicole Knaus.
But I saw Doug was on the podium. Picture.
Doug? Doug who?
Knaus.
But he was up for 360.
I saw his podium picture for...
Well, it says Nicole.
He might have drove the car then.
Maybe. Nicole Knaus. Mike Taller. Chuck Eccles. Yeah. Midget. Doug Knaus. Brett Hollinger. Matt Adams. Well, we're just going to give that win to, Nicole.
Yeah. I think it was Doug that was on the podium.
They got beat by a girl. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Wasn't me.
It's almost like getting beat by Kyle.
That happens. So, let's see. Come on. I can't type. At least not with this finger.
They still had a good turnout Sunday at Pheasantland.
They did.
I was busy working.
Where were you working? What were you doing?
A little side job.
Oh, how's that going? Bathroom?
This was just a little backsplash, and I had to go look at a bathroom.
Yeah. We got to get...
Friday night, you got to be there to call the races.
This Friday?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Because I got to help my neighbor. He's moving.
All right. So we got Park Lane. They had the indoor on-road Cottontail Classic.
Bunny Rabbits.
21.5 Touring. Larry F. Manny F. Jeff Howland. Is that? Let me just make sure these are right. All right. VTA Stock 12 Scale A Main. They had a big crowd. Larry F. Scooby Horton. Raymond McCoy. Yep, Scooby. LMH A Main. Manny F. Jesse Castro. Scott Shoemaker. Haven't seen Scott Shoemaker in forever. VTA A Main. Casey Young, Dan Arnold, and Mike Harold. Front Wheel Drive A Main. Jesse Castro. Quinn Moon. Juwan Hunter. You haven't said that name in a while either. F1 A Main. Manny F., Raymond McCoy, Scott Shoemaker. 21.5 Touring, Larry F., Manny F., and Jeff Rowland. They had 31 drivers hit the 6th entry. That's not bad for on-road. So they did all right there. They had a lot of candy at that one. You would have loved it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that'll take us to RJ's for the carpets before we get to Pheasantland.
I don't think they had too good of a turnout on the carpet on Sunday.
No, I think people were ready to go outside.
Well, also a lot. They had Tour Nats or something like that. That's where Cam and them were.
Oh, where's that at?
Don't know, but I know Cam won his 17.5 class.
Okay. 17.5 Street Sock, Mike Taller, Dale Monegoff, Uncle Wiggly. 5.0 Breakout, Dwayne Lindenmuth, Sean Black, John Zeppelin. BL2 Mud Boss, Dwayne Lindenmuth, Mark Hottenstein, Dale Monegoff.
Oh, it was the Tour Nationals at Coastal RC.
You want to talk about those?
It just says Cam Fleur brought home TQ and win in Tour 17.5.
Oh.
That's from Mob Motorsworks.
Okay.
That was just from there.
Low-C NASCAR, Mike Taller, Frank Zeppelin, Fetz Sava. Interesting name.
Fetz. Yeah. Fetz. Right there's the little fella's picture, see?
The little fella. Yep. They all, look at that. Is that Beeler?
Yeah, he finished 3rd.
Huh. Everybody's always chasing Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Pheasantland, Sunday Fun Day. Final results, 13.5 Sprint. Chad Kohler, Tyler Oswald, Corey Milligan finally breaks his curse of breaking a car. At least he broke something finally again, right? Yes.
I'm going to Deer Run.
For what?
The race Saturday.
Oh. Big Block, Travis Unglert, Brian White, Les Hartzell. BL2, Kurt Nicholas, John Pauly, Brian White. Intermediate, Lane Bixler, Emily Souter, Toby Reinhardt. Midget, Paulie Kramer, Matt Hoggentogler, Brian White. Mini Mud Boss, John Pauly, Brian Rex, Andrew Novak. Mod Late Model, Randy Gray, George Varsdick, Jeremy Lackey. Mod Sprint, Chris Klein. Keeps it together. That car's been a handful, hasn't it?
It's that Exotech car.
Yep. Phil Marabella, Lance Kramer.
They're neat cars, but I don't...
They're tough. But when they go...
You take one little shot with them, though, you're done.
Yeah. Traxxas Late Model finally got a chance to run. Brock Miller, Brian Arsnich. Arsnich. They actually spelled it right. Arsnich. Pat Garrity. Traxxas Modified. Guess who won? Matt Gruber.
Professional.
Yep, the professional. Brian Arsnich, Brock Miller. So that was this week of racing.
Our names weren't on any of them.
No, we didn't race.
Yeah.
See, it's Gerry, not Gary. Kyle told me it was Gary because I keep calling him Gerry.
It's G-R-R-Y. G-E-R-R-Y. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure he was running the Exotech. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. We weren't there. We were too busy working.
Yeah.
So, a lot of controversy lately, huh?
I don't know. I haven't been around.
Oh, you've been part of it. You've been the one talking about it and seeing what all's going on. Should we do our food review first, or should we get into,
We'll do that
hot
later.
topics?
Hot topics.
Hot topics? All right. So, what do you think about things and the state of racing right now? Where do you think things need to go?
I think everything's too fast.
Why?
The
winter season sure wasn't.
The technology nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
the tires nowadays, the ESCs, the motors nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Skunk Boss. Rick says hi.
Everything is just so fast, and
we're not for short, Davies.
And
so, what's the solution?
There really isn't much of a solution.
Well, here's my thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean, you can.
People just got to learn to drive.
But here's the thing. Let's say, I know there's been a lot of talk that mod's too fast. Maybe we need to slow it down with like 10.5 just stocks or 10.5 blinky.
You're going to lose people.
You will. or just, get rid of it, and 360 is now the premier class.
You'll really
and then
lose
go to
people.
a 17.5.
You'll really lose people.
I do agree. But here's the big problem. No matter what, in 360, once you take out, you put, let's say we have enough drivers for a D main. Everything gets filtered down, and when you get to the A main, that's usually a really clean race, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
While, when you get to the B, there's a few more wrecks. The C, few more wrecks. And D, it might be just like you're dodging the junkyard.
The biggest thing in mod, just because it's mod, doesn't mean you have to have a 7.0 in.
Yeah.
That weekend for our race, and you ran my car.
Yeah. You didn't need a big motor that weekend.
We ran 10.5 Blinky.
Yeah.
Everybody else was running a lot more motor than that.
Yeah. But you didn't need it.
And that car was one of the fastest cars there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we made the feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we made that because we were driving smart.
And in the A main, you were one of the fastest cars.
Yeah. But the thing is, we started so far in the back.
Yep. But yeah, you don't have to.
Do. Yeah.
Perfect example, Motorama this year.
The track's always a mess.
I made the A main in EDM.
Mm-hmm.
I ran a 13.5 all weekend in Blinky mode.
Yeah. But that track is always a mess. It's a rutted.
Well, it got
fast. Threw this
fast.
track together mess. Well, you're lucky this time that it got fast.
But that track got really fast Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I kept the 13.5 in there.
Yeah.
Because that's all.
And
my car, even in the A main, was one of the fastest cars there. I just wasn't confident enough to
get up there,
run with them guys,
to race,
because I never raced with those guys.
Yeah, I think no matter what we do, if you forced all the guys that are on to run 360, there's still going to be wrecks.
And
there's
also,
still going to be a lot of wrecking.
There's so many tire options.
Yeah.
Not everybody always has the right tire.
No.
They think their tire is good, but it's not good.
So what do you think the option is? Cut down and limit tire choices.
Then you're going to lose more people.
Okay. I know people complain if they can't use a certain tire.
Yes.
So you think open the tire choices.
That's what we had this winter.
Okay. Except for your series, I mean, where it's ellipse.
Yeah.
Or quasi.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Right. But what happened at Pheasantland? Everybody kind of just gravitated towards one tire anyway, didn't they? For the most part.
It was the gumballs mainly.
Or the ellipse.
The ellipses.
From what I understand, it started at gumballs and then kind of went to ellipse.
Yeah.
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 So, and that track got really high bite. I mean,
and there's only
we were traction rolling.
In the summertime, there's really only one track that you need a bigger motor on.
The big track.
Pheasantland. Yeah. Big track. You don't need. If you go to 183, you don't need anything more than a 10.5.
Because that track has a lot of turn to it.
Ultimate, you don't need more than a 10.5.
Yeah, it doesn't have very long straights.
And the corners are flat.
Yeah, and you got to really back off.
Yeah, so you can't use all that power.
And that track will tack up.
Yeah.
And become sticky later in the day on a hot day.
Like Leicester's.
Right.
You don't need a big motor there either because
it's
it's looser.
Yeah.
Deer Run is
it's gonna be really loose.
It's not very big.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice size, but it's not.
But it's loose. Uh-oh. Who's arguing with you?
No. But it
must be Davies then. You're ignoring it.
And like WNRC, you don't need a big motor down there.
Right, it's not my series, it's not the Bloodline series, it's the Underdog series. Yeah, I mean, well, Davies is confirming what you said. Some people won't show up because of the tire. So, yeah. I don't know. I can't.
No matter what you do, you're never going to please everybody. There's always going to be those people that are going to bitch and complain.
No. But, I mean, it's one of those things, we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, and I've just come to the conclusion, no matter what, There's always going to be wrecking because you're dealing on your regular weekly show. We're all not good enough to really be the national or regional caliber drivers. We're going to wreck. We're going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
More than likely, 9 out of 10 times the race is going to be a shit show. So we're going to wreck people, and they're going to wreck us.
Yeah, I guess Cooper's going to start running 13.5 sprint.
Yeah.
Which I think could possibly hurt that class.
Yeah. They're all going to have to learn to go faster, aren't they?
It's going to keep new people away.
Well, they have that Losi sprint car now.
Junk.
Yeah, but it's getting a lot of people. Sold a lot of them.
But the problem is, if you want to upgrade from that car, that car's...
Well, I was talking to Mark Klaus about that.
Oh.
Losi offers a lot of options on that car.
Yeah, but then...
Right.
You might as well just bought a real purpose-built car right from the start.
You mean a kit car? We're not going to call them purpose-built anymore because that caused confusion.
But you might as well have bought that right away. Because the motor...
Yeah.
Because the motor in that Losi...
Can't be used for 360.
No.
You'd have to change it.
Yeah.
You'd have to change the ESC as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not the hobby wing.
Yeah. There's no adjustable arms.
Yeah. So you have to add that. Needs a carbon fiber chassis.
Yeah.
And certain places are going to say that wing's not legal because it's not made of Lexan.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't even know if it's in the specs.
Yeah. The body wouldn't be legal either.
No.
Yeah. So, good luck trying to convert it.
Yeah. You might as well just have bought a GFRP or a Custom Works.
Yeah. But I don't think that's the best place to start if you want to get into this.
No, but if...
I think the Losi sprint car is going to take... It's going to take the place of the Mud Boss for some people getting into this hobby.
It's just... After a year running, I want to run with those guys.
Yeah.
Well, you just spent $400 on this Losi sprint car or whatever.
But if they used it for a year, they had a good time. Most guys, it seems, they run their sprint car, their GFRP, or their Custom Works for about a year. Then they're buying another car. They're buying a new car to start the next season. Or just a better car. Because you get rough on those cars over a year. So, and then that car gets passed down to somebody else just starting out. So, you know.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is.
Biggest thing is the few people that ran in the 90s, early 2000s, don't realize it's not in the 90s and early 2000s anymore.
No.
It's 2025.
It has changed.
Yes.
Yes. Blender Dog series. Same thing, really. So they're saying, like, your series is mine. You do all the work. That's great. The one only patio, Patlo, the Enduro was epic. 26 trucks on a 4-second oval. I made it 24 minutes before getting crashed out. What is this he's talking about?
I don't know.
Tyler Oswald. I would love to race against Cooper in 13.5. Yeah.
You would. Yeah, there's people that...
But here's the thing. There's going to be guys out there in that field right now that can't keep up with the Tyler.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up with the Chad. They couldn't keep up with an Andretti. They couldn't keep up with the Jay Rogers. So they're still going to be in the same place.
The biggest thing is...
But these fast guys are saying, bring it on. I want to go faster.
But the biggest problem is you're still going to have those people like Tyler. He is a lot faster than a lot of guys. He gets wrecked because he's so much faster than these guys.
That is one of the problems. I mean...
You still got that in 13.5.
You still got it in 13.5. Half the field's running 4.6, 4.7.
The other's 5.0 on top.
Or 5.3 or 5.5.
So you're still going to have...
So you're still going to have the mod sprint problem.
Yes.
Where you're coming up on guys a full second slower than you.
And they're not going to... And they don't know...
There's not enough time for them to move.
Yeah, and those guys don't know
as
good to move as somebody else in mod sprint.
Yeah. Oh, the Enduro race we had in Maine last week. And you'll have to tell us about that.
But you're still going to have the same problem.
Yeah. I think so.
You can... When that computer generates who you're with, you can tell. You can go.
There's some heats you go, well,
let's hope I can survive.
Yeah.
Let's put a half decent run together. That way not with them again.
If it's a 30-lap heat, okay, if I got to finish in the top 2 to qualify, that's
yeah.
You go like, okay, well,
but if you see
I'm going to be faster. All I got to do is stay out of trouble.
But if you see a 2-minute
race,
heat, if you see a 2-minute heat and there's you and then 4 guys that you're like, oh,
it's like Tyler said, it's like playing dodgeball with toy cars. Yeah.
You're still going to have that.
Yeah.
And especially like 13.5 sprint, if there's 35 cars.
Yeah.
You know you're not going to all be with good guys.
No. So if you can't dodge a squirrel, you can't dodge a ball.
Yeah. So you're still going to have that issue in 13.5 sprint.
And I think no matter what, even if we said, well, stick them with 17.5, still going to have the same problem.
Yeah, you're just adding more and more classes.
It's just adding more classes.
And now we already have
17.5 guys are still. It's not that it's.
How many classes do they have on Sunday? Without low-C sprint.
They didn't have low-C sprint, did they?
No.
But
you had
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 classes. 10 classes. And they didn't get done till about 6.
So now,
they start at 11.
The low-C sprint's now in there.
Yeah.
Add that.
Yeah. 6:30.
Longer.
Maybe 7. It's one of those, though. I mean, you got to say, it's like, all right, let's look at this lineup here. 13.5 sprint. Entries. 13 BL2, 16 cars. Healthy field.
Yeah.
Intermediate, 3 cars. And it was all kids. So that's basically an under 15. You got to run it. Mini Mud Boss, 5 cars. Traxxas Modified, 11. That's a healthy field.
I saw a son come back.
I don't know. Big Block, 7 cars. 13.5 sprint, 19. Mod Sprint, 15. Midget, that's a healthy field, 16. Mod Late Model, 4. Traxxas Late Model, 3. So it would be something like you're going to be dumping, if you're dumping the lowest, Traxxas Late Model, Mod Late Model, and Mini Mud Boss. And to make room for a class that has 20 cars.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to have to do. I mean, going to have to look at it at the beginning of the season and say, hey, this is where we wound up here, and we expect a lot more of these cars.
I thought originally in the beginning of the year on a Sunday, if you didn't have 5 cars, you weren't racing that.
Yeah. I mean, because of time.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 on Sunday.
No,
5 on Sunday, 3 on the
Tuesday.
Weekday. Yeah. Having to dodge squirrels makes you a better driver at the end of the day. Yes, it does. There's just some guys that bomb into the corner in every aspect of racing. Yes, there are. We should do an etiquette video. It's who are we to say? We fuck up too. So, right, Preston? You do too.
Yeah?
Yeah, we all fuck up. So, people are just impatient, plain and simple. Yeah, we are. That's why we like fast things. So, I mean, it's just racing. And especially on a local level, it's what happens. I mean, when you go to the bigger national events, then they have a seating round, and hopefully,
Now, the seating round, fast guy, and the slowest guy are in the same heat.
Yeah.
It's spread out.
It is. So, I mean, but Davies, when you're saying that, you can't blame them. These tracks here, with Gerry dying, when he passed away, if that track, if nobody stepped up or his wife said, I don't want to deal with this hassle, like Rick said, I would have sold everything. How many guys in Jersey there would have done the same?
Yeah.
So these tracks,
and what's going to happen to Jerry's after this year?
Yeah. I mean, listen, Brian Boyce is going to take it over and run the show.
But is he that close to the track?
I don't know.
To maintain it?
He was announcing there.
Yeah, but announcing and maintaining is two different things.
It is. So we'll see. I mean, you got to see. I mean,
there's a lot of work going into maintaining a track, especially with how
and Gerry
and fast.
Right, Gerry was home all day because they had the dogs.
Yeah.
So that was his thing to go out there and fool around with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully it works out for him. It's like Pheasantland. Chad's always over there. He's probably stopped over there tonight.
He's there every night.
Yeah, doing something.
And
And now he's getting ready for the outdoor track.
He's eventually going to get burned out.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't yet.
Yeah.
You got burned out, and you were over there just about every night, too.
Yep.
You were there every night when that track was getting built.
Yeah.
And you were there many nights during the week, during the season.
Yeah.
And after a while, it gets tiresome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I needed a break from there.
Yeah. I mean, what do you know, you're burnt out from the indoor season. You think that's part of it, or is it?
Well, it's also in my work schedule. I work a lot on Saturdays and
extra.
Being there till 1 o'clock on a Friday night, getting up at 6 o'clock to go to work.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
Like it just.
For me, it's just we've basically been visiting. I've been visiting just 2 tracks all winter. I'm ready for something different.
Like Mike asked me about Friday nights in the summer. I said, yeah, but it's going to be rough for me because I can't be there. I can't be there every Friday night.
I mean, I don't think I want to go every Friday night because Ultimate's going to be doing their off-road. I'd like to get back into that.
Yeah.
I want to do something different. I like to do different things. I hate being stuck with the same thing over and over again.
I can't be there every Friday night this summer.
Yeah. I mean...
Especially with our series. I'm not going to be there on a Friday night if we have our series the next day.
And we know where Kyle's going to be.
Big Diamond.
Big Diamond. So, I don't know. We'll see. So, if there's no racing on Friday night, it's all Kyle's fault. Uh-oh. What do you got there?
Chad's watching our pretty face.
Is he? Uh-oh. What's Chad have to say?
Yeah, Chad, he's on his golf cart right there. Look at that.
Oh.
He's up there working.
So he's showing us right now he's there working the track.
He is there all the time. Yep. He is... The dedication Chad puts into that place is absolutely amazing.
Davey says they won't cut a class because of money. I think after a while, though, if guys start saying, like, hey, this is too long, they'll cut classes. And I think that's reasonable to say, like, we got 8 classes. If you can't find at least 2 classes out of this 8 that you could run today, maybe you need to change your approach.
Yeah.
So, and most of you guys, you got an EDM, which is also a late model.
Mm-hmm.
You got a mod sprint. You could build a 360 in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You could build a Traxxas big block and go that direction if you wanted to get back into that. So I mean, it's not like you have a shortage of cars. You got 5 classes you could run all like that. So I mean, after a while, it does come down to like, well, we just need to focus on these. And you got a midget. Can't forget about your midget.
Yeah.
So I don't know. After
one thing I could tell, I tore all my cars apart. When you're up there helping, running the races, doing all that,
you don't have time.
Your cars lack.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised my cars did as good as they did.
Yeah. Well, when I ran your car and had to announce, the first thing you do is like, well, you got to run conservative because you don't want to break anything.
Yep.
Because if you break something, you're screwed. You don't have time to put it together. So you barely have the time to take the body off, clean the tires, get a battery in it, and get another one charged and get ready to go. It's just, how it is.
But
and announcing, I mean, you got to have a special temperament for that because it gets annoying after a while.
Yeah, you can only tell people they suck so much.
It's not even that. But it's always the people like
I have a tendency to do that though.
Well, yeah, you tell me that all the time.
But like, I'll flat out tell the people when that's a horrible race. You guys should be ashamed of yourself calling that a race.
Kyle does that too.
You
do that often.
Yeah.
You do that often.
Yeah.
What I find annoying, and like I was up there the one night and Merkel was there, and I'm like, man, just go back. I'll get it, because I could tell he was frustrated. And you know why he was frustrated? And this goes out to all you guys that come in and you don't enter before the cutoff.
Yes. You know what
all these guys coming up. It's 7 o'clock. We should be ready to go.
You're taking, especially the Traxxas guys.
This wasn't just Traxxas guys.
But still, like, if you go in there with a BL2, you know you're running BL2.
Sign up.
Sign up.
If that's all you got.
Yeah. If you're walking in there with one Traxxas modified.
Yeah. That's what you're running.
That's what you're... Sign up.
Sign up. Now...
We shouldn't have to tell you 50 times, hey, go sign up, go sign up.
I'm sitting there, Merkel's frustrated. I send him back and then I start getting it from these people. It's like, where have you been for the last 20 minutes?
My also thing is, you're up there trying to do work on that computer.
Yeah, you're trying to set it up. And then you got to keep stopping.
Hey. Well, you know what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're going to build the walls around that thing so that with a door that we're going to lock that.
I think it has to. All the times I've been up there and like trying to get the lineup set, and it's like people coming up, hey. And then it's a stupid question.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't care.
Yes.
Why did you come to me with that?
Yep.
Or it's just something about the rules. It's like, don't talk to me. Talk to the race director.
And also
I'm not here to approve you for rules because you got something different.
Yeah.
You go talk to Chad, or even you.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care.
Me and Mike talked about we want to lower where the computers sit.
Yeah.
So that you can see 3 and 4.
That would be nice. And
then we want to build back a little bit so that you have more room up there.
Yeah, so you don't have to fall off.
But we want to put
walls. Yeah.
On the sides.
Right. And a sign says authorized personnel only.
Because people like when we have the mic on. Because they like hearing who's in.
But people want to come up in the chat.
Yes.
Listen, I'm going to say I hate when that mic's on and it's broadcasting live because we want to talk about stuff.
But we
don't want you to hear.
I guess there's a way that you can do it.
Mute it? So it just takes up for announcing?
Yeah. We got to get Brock there to do that. Brock knows how to do all that kind of stuff.
It's annoying because, there are, and it's not even like...
But even when I watch...
Bitching and moaning about stuff, it's just, this is a conversation you don't need broadcasted publicly.
But, if I'm not... When the Dream was last year, I was camping that weekend.
Yeah.
It was nice that they had the mics on that you could hear, this guy's in first place, this guy's in second place, this is the leader. And that's why people like when we had the mics on.
Yeah. Right. But at the same time, when you got the mic, you're announcing it, put it over here and you could say something.
Yeah.
But when you always got it there and it's always listening, you got to sit over there and it's like you're talking about, hey, did you see him run right through him?
But there's a couple people that'll come up there and just say stuff that don't need to be.
Yeah, or show body parts that don't need to be shown. Not looking at you, Butler.
Yeah. But people like hearing, hey, this guy's in first place, this guy's in second place.
Yeah.
Because it's boring just watching it and be like, okay, who's the leader?
Yeah. I mean, that's that's the biggest challenge with RC racing. Why it'll never really catch on because nobody can identify who's who. I can't even half the time.
I hate when those Traxxas Modifieds out there and they all have the same body. I'm like, I think that one's the leader.
Half the problem is you're trying to figure out you're watching to see when it crosses the line, and there's always a delay between the line and the computer. So it's you get 3 cars across the line, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And you're trying to see which one of those was the leader, so I can tell them clear out of their way. But
it's
then you look down for half a second. Next thing you know, you look up. There's a big wreck.
It's when I call Mod Sprint, I know whose cars are who. Yeah. I can say, oh, hey, that's Paulie. Right. He's the leader. Oh, that's Phil. He's the leader because I know those cars.
Right. Yes.
Or
yes.
This year at Pheasantland, hey, that C19, the black and green car, that's your leader.
Yeah.
Because that's all I said all winter.
Yeah. But then, you look, oh, shit, no, he wasn't. He was in last place. He got wrecked.
Yeah.
He got wrecked too.
Most of the times you were saying, hey, that black and green car, that's your leader.
Yeah. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, it's... And I know they always say they want to hear the announcers say that more often, but it's hard to keep up with it sometimes. Especially when you're trying to go through the route, you're trying to go through the lineup.
You look down and you look up and you hear
bam. And it's well, got to stop now. So. And
there's sometimes when you have to call a wreck and you're just like.
And sometimes.
I can't call this wreck. The whole track's covered.
Sometimes you're trying to figure out, I looked down for a second. How did he go from first to fifth?
Yep.
Is there something going on here? And you're trying to figure it out. Next thing you know, then there's a wreck. And it's well, it doesn't matter anyway. Field's all fucked up. So, yeah. So, if you want to do anybody any favors, and get your entry in early.
Yeah.
Don't come up while we're trying to put those races together. Because that last Friday, it's like...
And there's sometimes...
I had to redo the lineup 5 times.
And there's sometimes Mike has a tendency to put the people in the wrong classes.
Yes. Yeah, so then you're dealing with that.
There's been more than once where, hey, I'm supposed to be in that class. They got me in this class. Oh, right. Son of a bitch.
And I'm like looking at it. I put Chad in for BL2, and I'm like, wait, there's only one BL2? One?
Yeah.
One BL2. So I'm like, this got to be wrong. I'm like calling up all BL2 drivers to the stand. And Chad starts walking up, and I see no others. I'm like, well, you're the only BL2. It's not running tonight, so there you go. He's like, really? Yep, really. So, it's not to bitch too much about what goes on behind the scenes, but we're going to bitch about what goes on behind the scenes because it happens every week. It's not just once in a while. It's every week.
My thing is people don't understand what it takes from the time that computer's set up to we get stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's not just simple. It's no. And especially
sometimes it goes together real nice.
Yeah, and sometimes you're dragging people around so they're not back to back to back.
The worst part is when there's not enough entries. Yes. That's really the worst part.
Yeah, when you have a lot of entries around so that people aren't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just trying to kind of make sense of it because it's like, okay, we know they're going to water the track.
Yep.
We don't want to put this class out there right away because it's going to be a shit show. So you always try to put something out there that can kind of break in the track.
Yeah.
So
tracks with modifieds.
Right.
They work better when the track's a little wet because then they turn better.
Right. But I know it's sometimes hard to do that, and then you get guys complaining, well, the track's too wet. Mm-hmm. Well, sorry, B-Main.
Yeah.
You're just going to have a slick track.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it's going to work. So anyway, we got any comments here? I hope Dickie is prep guy at Hoagland's. Not sure what will happen in the future. Brian Palikos, I'm sure Dickie will be the track prep guy. That's the most important thing, Preston. This is supposed to be fun.
I always have fun.
Do you? Okay, I do too. But it's supposed to be fun. I think sometimes that gets forgotten because there's a lot of guys that look at it like there's a progression of ladders. Well, they look at it like you start here, you go here, you go here. Some guys, and this is where I talk to Groover, and we make fun of Groover.
He's an easy target.
He is. But I'm like, you're Mr. Box Stock, aren't you? He's like, oh, hell yeah, I like box stock classes. Some guys like that. And is that wrong if they do? And should we be,
people that
chastising and saying you should be out of that class, let entry-level guys in? No, they like the box stock.
The people that need their picture taken is the biggest problem.
I think pretty much everybody wants a podium.
How often do I get it?
Well, it's you.
But I mean, if I ran a
but you're in a tougher class. So, it'd be easy for you to go down and just say I'm going to just run 360.
And just so I can get my picture taken.
Or there's nobody a late model really. I'll go run that.
Yeah.
And Davies will be traction rolling all over the place.
Or the front end will be in the air.
Brian Stout, hey, sup. Make a sign that says go talk to the race director.
But
maybe corner guys help calling wrecks. I mean,
half those guys, I don't think they know.
Yeah, you try, but you're not really loud enough for them to hear. Yeah. Simple, close the registrate in the same time you don't make it. You're shit out of luck. Skunk Boss, it's not that easy. When you're looking at a class that has 6 entries, and 2 of them haven't entered, and that's the only class they're running, are you going to say, well, shit out of luck, go home? Nah, you're not going to do that because that, like I just said, this is supposed to be fun. That ruins their day. And if someone sent you home because you were 5 minutes late to entry, would you go back that track again?
Never go back.
You'd be like, well, these guys are fucking jerks.
Yep.
And that's about the only way you can say it. It's like, oh, so I missed it. I didn't know where to go. I didn't hear any of the announcements. This is my first time here. You're not coming back there.
Yep.
So, we can't, listen, if it's a big national event with 300 entries, you can do that there. Most of the time
you're pre-signed up.
Right. But if it's something like that, you can do that. But
my thing is,
I saw people coming in like they're coming in from work. They're getting there at 5 or 7. Like, oh, can I get in? You're gonna tell them no? No, you can't tell them no.
Biggest thing is at Pheasantland, everybody walks right past Mike.
Yeah. Well, he has talked about just making people sign up as soon as they walk in the door. Which he did say before it's like that would cause a huge lineup at the beginning of the night because. At 4:45, they're lined up, and he doesn't open that door till 5 most of the times. So if he did that, it's like, well, there'll be a line outside the door, and then guys complain, why can't I get in? But yeah, it would be a logistical nightmare. And the one and only patio?
The one and only patio.
Patlo. Speaking of corner marshals, why do many guys never do it? Why is it a hassle?
I think some people think they're too good to marshal.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, nobody likes to do it.
But I think some people think they're too good to marshal. Like, I'm a good racer. I don't have to marshal.
Bad attitude.
But when you're up there on the as an announcer.
But I've seen some of the best drivers. They go out there right away without any.
Yeah, but then there's certain people. I notice. Okay. And I know the people.
All right.
I'm not going to call out names, but I know.
I mean, Cooper always goes out there.
Yeah, but there's certain people that I see that...
Marabella goes out there. Groover will go out there.
But there's some people that you could see him lurking and be like...
Listen.
Are they people out there?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. When I go out there and I'm in a race of 6, and all 6 are able-bodied people, and I go out there... Oh, look at that. Every quarter's full. I'll walk away.
My thing is, okay.
I don't need to be out there. We got enough, especially when they're saying,
people,
all right, we got the marshals.
You got people like me and Chad who are blowing the track off constantly, calling races, helping do that, and we still marshal our races.
Yeah. Well, usually, like, if you get a mulligan where you can walk away, you just go marshal another race at some point because there's always a class where
if you see people
half the field's disabled.
But if you see people like me and Chad who are doing so much other stuff, marshal all races.
Chad's always out there for his race to marshal.
Yeah. But that should make the people that don't want to marshal feel like jackasses. That look at those guys, they're blowing the track off, they're doing this, and they're still out to marshal.
I'm gonna say a lot of people don't feel like jackasses when they should.
Well, true. But that's.
Yeah.
But if you see,
if
you see us doing it and we're doing all this other stuff,
right? Well, people forget how much work it takes to put together a race, even on a weekly basis, and especially now. I mean, look at the expectation of what the track should be. Mm-hmm. If that track is not perfect, what do you hear?
Oh my God, the track's different.
Even if it is perfect, what do you hear?
It's not the same as it was last week.
Yeah, and if it is the same as last week, what do you hear?
My car didn't work last week. I don't understand why you didn't change it.
You can't win, can you?
No.
But
these so-called people that are professionals and have been racing for so long, they should know, okay, the track, it's 75 degrees outside. Track may be a little slicker. I'm going to have to do this.
You got a lot of vetting to do after all winter, don't you?
I've seen more this year working on the track.
Yeah.
I've called more races this year than I have.
Yeah.
Our series last year.
Yeah.
I've learned more in the last year of that side than I ever want to learn.
Makes you don't want to not do it.
Yes.
Makes you go, I understand why these tracks do it for 3 or 4 years and then shut up.
Yes.
Shut down.
Yes.
Because they're tired of it.
Yes.
It's like, what was that, Small Addictions?
Yeah.
You just got tired of it.
Yep.
Maybe.
Tired of the bitching, the complaining.
Yeah.
And if you're a real racer, how Grandview's track is now towards how Grandview's will be in the middle of August.
Yeah. Different.
2 different things.
Yeah.
This is the same. It's the same, like the outdoor track.
Yeah.
How's that track right when we get there?
Yeah.
Towards the A-main.
Yeah, it's different.
Way different.
Yes.
Especially if it's 95 degrees out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that sun goes down, it gets that little bit of dew on it.
Yeah, it gets slick.
Yeah. You got to learn. You got to know how to adjust your car to that.
Yeah. And drive around it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you hope you guess right because, you know, you go, well, I know this car will be really good towards the feature.
That's the same as at Grandview. You're going out there and this practice. I need practice. Grandview, you get 5 laps of hot laps.
Yeah.
Your car's in the pits till you go out there to run your race, and then you're out. Then you're good.
You got to go by what you did last week and make a guess.
Like these people thinking you need half hour, 45 minutes of practice in between rounds. There shouldn't be any practice between rounds.
Well, some places wouldn't allow that. So
you don't need practice. Real cars don't get practice.
No, they don't. Maybe run the track in.
That's it.
That's about it. So let's see. Have we pissed everybody off yet?
I did have a lot of pent-up aggression from the winter, didn't I?
Yes, you do. It's going close. I get it, but I'm one of those guys who sign up almost as soon as I can. Tyler O. I'm too fat to marshal. I love
There's
Marshall.
A lot of them.
I spend most of my day out there. Bunch of crybaby adults. It's hilarious. Brian Stout, again, no marshal, no race. Marshalling before you race. You know who isn't there, and the get no laps counting. Yeah, I mean, maybe. We tried that before, but it's so hard to keep track of. It really is. And here's the thing. If you go out there, you call for marshals. And let's just say Chris Batdorf's there. You go that second call for marshals. Just walk out there. Yeah. And then before you know, a couple other people walk out. Plus the people for that race, they walk that are in there. All right. Well, the marshal
one
field's full.
person that marshals more than I've ever seen, and he's one of the oldest guys there.
Bones. Yeah.
And he's always out there.
But how do you call him out and say, all right, well, the marshal field is full. It basically is made up of volunteers.
Yep.
And all the guys for that race came up and said, oh, well, they got enough marshals, and walk away.
One thing I definitely...
Do you call them out and say, hey, where were you that with these volunteers stepped in?
Yeah.
Not count your race, but you didn't have to make a scene out of it. So you really can't do much anything. So it's kind of hard to say.
One thing I will say with our series, we don't like letting the kids marshal.
No.
And we never have to worry about... People are always out there.
Yeah.
We don't want these kids to marshal. I need volunteers. They're always there.
Yeah, right. Because usually, they know it's in their best interest.
Yes.
So, because they know that could have been them out there racing.
Yes.
With kids marshaling.
Yes.
Yes. So, Preston, you got candy to eat.
Ugh.
Reese's peanut butter and jelly grape. So,
Ugh.
what is it about this that you don't like?
The jelly part.
Oh, you're gonna not eat it. It won't taste that much. So here you go. I
lost some weight over the winter not being on this show.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll put it back on for you.
I won't be here all May. I'm out in Carlisle working.
All right. So I can smell the peanut butter and the chocolate.
Good thing.
It's very thick. Let's open it up. Let's see what it looks like on the inside.
Oh, it's hard to open. Oh, the jelly's all on the bottom.
There we go. Jelly on the bottom. A lot of peanut butter. Let's take a bite. I can taste the jelly.
You don't get much of the jelly.
No, but it does taste like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
There's way too much peanut butter.
Yeah. I'd like to see more jelly.
I like the thinner Reese's.
Okay. Oh, not the big thick ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big cup. What do you think?
It's all right, but not my favorite Reese's.
Okay. I'm going to say by the time you chew on it just a little bit, the jelly just goes away. You don't even notice it.
I've never been a big peanut butter and jelly fan. Put some marshmallow on the bottom of that. Yeah.
It's an idea for them.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll pick up on that after this review.
Yeah, half marshmallow, half peanut butter in there.
Yeah, I don't really even taste the jelly that much. Like a little bit of it aftertaste. Yeah. Certainly does melt in your hands.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
All right. On a 1 to 10, where do you put a regular Reese's peanut butter cup?
I think a 7.
That's like the regular thin kind.
Yeah.
All right.
This is like a 4 for me.
4?
Yeah.
I'll say that a regular thin peanut butter cup, it's about a 9. If you see them, you got to have them. But yeah, this...
I'm more of a Snickers and Twix guy.
by the end of this, it almost tastes a little oily.
See, Skunk
It's
Boss
not
knows,
as good.
Skunk Boss knows what it's all about.
I'll give it a 5. I won't give it a 4, but I'll give it a 5 because that last bit of it is like it's a little nasty.
Yeah, Fluff or Nut or Reese's. That's what Skunk Boss. Yes, okay. That's.
I would think maybe that, but with like a crust of pretzel on the bottom. I would like that.
I prefer broccoli.
Gerry Lang.
He was a customer's guy. I don't know. I'm new to this stuff, broccoli. So I don't know.
I don't know who Gerry Landgraf is. Do you want to talk about that, Davies? Let us know.
Yeah, I'm too new to this.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
You gonna eat that?
No, you can have it.
I'll fucking eat it. After I just said.
I gotta go to a gummy cluster to get that taste out of my mouth.
It's better than broccoli. I will say that.
Yeah. I don't know about you eat broccoli.
Some really good broccoli would
I don't eat broccoli.
No, why not?
Never been a fan.
Oh, we got chocolate broccoli.
Yeah.
Should do that.
Oh, he created Custom Works.
Oh, no way.
Okay.
What did he pass away from? Was he old?
He was an older guy. That's who Tony bought it from them.
Yeah. Further on and further on, it's like less of that jelly, more of the peanut butter, and it kind of makes the peanut butter a little gravelly.
No, I have a good restaurant review.
Do you?
Saturday night.
81. Oh.
Me, my wife, Bones, his wife, Russ, his wife and daughter, Lawden, his new girl, Dennis McKeon, and his wife all went to Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza up in Wyomissing.
Good?
Very good.
When was this?
Saturday night.
Why didn't I get an invite?
I got invited by Bones and all them. Fucking A. Very good.
Oh. What is it called?
Anthony's Coal Fired.
Cold Fired?
Wood. Anthony's Wood Fire.
Okay.
Anthony's Wood Fire Pizza.
I'm like, are you saying cold fired?
No.
How was that?
Anthony's Wood Fire Pizza.
Okay, wood fired.
Yeah, very good. I had the spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay.
Very good.
I mean, I would hate to have coal-fired pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be
my wife had something I won't eat.
What?
Pizza with mushrooms on.
Oh, why?
I don't eat mushrooms.
You don't like mushrooms?
Hell no.
Mushrooms on a pizza are great.
No way.
Oh, mushrooms and sausage on a pizza? That is one of the best.
Bones and his wife had a hot honey pepperoni pizza.
Interesting. What was the honey? Was that the sauce?
It was dripped over top of the pepperoni.
That would be good. Because, I mean, pepperoni and honey, that's a good combination.
My wife tried it, said it was really good.
Yeah, I would like that. Huh. All right. Coal fired.
And then I have another restaurant review.
What?
Me and my wife went here on our anniversary.
Here?
No, not yet.
Right here? You ate here? I didn't know about that.
We went to...
I hope you didn't do anything else on this table.
The Fairgrounds Hotel up in Allentown.
Okay.
Seafood place. Yeah. Like a steak and seafood. Very good.
Okay. Where is it at?
It's right by the Allentown Fairgrounds.
How's the pricing?
Salty? A little bit. I mean, I had steak and shrimp with clam chowder, mashed potatoes, and vegetables.
Yeah.
My wife had crab stuffed lobster.
Okay.
With a salad.
What is this called?
Fairgrounds Hotel.
Okay.
It was, and then we got desserts. It was like $80-some.
That's not bad for two of you.
No.
Huh. Fairgrounds Hotel.
Yeah, if you go on their Facebook page.
I'll just look that up. I'm looking for a place to go next week.
They have cherry pie, strawberry pie. Oh my God.
Strawberry rhubarb?
No, just regular strawberry.
Okay. I like strawberry rhubarb. Rhubarb pie is great.
Depends on what night you go to.
The new lobster flight. New elite lobster tail flight.
Like, that's their surf and turf.
Almost looks like a pineapple. Yeah, all right. I don't know. I'm looking for something for next week.
Like, it was very good. That's their strawberry pie.
Okay. All right. I would eat that. No doubt.
If you go on a Wednesday night, it's buy one get one 50% off a meal.
Hey, Will's coming to pick up his table tomorrow night just in case someone was planning on pitting there.
Yeah. Wednesdays, buy one, get one 50% off all meals.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Gotta birthday coming up on Friday, though.
It was very good.
Okay. Oh. Let's see here. Chowder. I would like some clam chowder.
It was very good too. I had it.
So Preston, with your self-imposed end of winter retirement, are you going to be racing at all this week?
I am. Tomorrow night I'm going up just to go up.
Yeah, I'll probably go up just to hang out.
Our classes.
There's not going to be any mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday night, I can't be there because
I'll be there Friday night then.
My neighbors, I became really good friends with my one set of neighbors. They're moving to another house.
Okay.
And the bathroom is not move-in ready.
So
I'm helping him.
Somebody with a bathroom just talk to you?
So I'm helping him get the bathroom that they can. They're actually living in their camper next weekend instead of in the house because hoarders lived at this house, so it needs like a deep cleaning.
Yeah.
And the bathroom is 1960s.
They just need a hose and a pressure washer.
Yeah. The bathroom's 1960s.
Yeah.
So I'm going to help him get his bathroom up and running on Friday night.
Okay.
But Saturday I plan on going out to Deer Run.
Okay.
Me, Russ, Bones, Cowboy, we're all going out.
Okay. You're going to figure out what to run for the underdog race next week. Don't forget, 26, right?
Yep.
Hopefully it's going to rain that Saturday because I won't be able to make Saturday. You should really have it Sunday. But we'll let the weather decide.
As of right now, the weather next weekend is raining Saturday and Sunday.
Well, then what happens if it rains both days?
It's done.
No? No makeup?
Nope.
Okay.
It's so hard to get a regular schedule out.
I really want to go try that track, but at the same time, I mean, it's not showing anything. Well, that's, who knows? I mean, it's April.
Let alone trying to reschedule with all the big races that are out there.
I mean,
it's hard.
At this point, especially for an outdoor race, I don't want to go that far for an outdoor race because you're talking like an hour and a half to get out there.
2 hours.
2 hours. I don't want to go that far for an outdoor race at this time of year with that weather because it's just...
I'm camping out there, so if it rains, I don't care.
Yeah, I do. Because it's probably just going to be cold and... I mean, Saturday showing 75.
Yeah, that's this Saturday.
Oh.
We got to go to the following Saturday.
Yeah, this doesn't go that far. I guess 10 days. But so we got Ultimate coming up on this Saturday. RJ, so I'm debating which one I want to go to. So we'll find out.
It's time for outdoor season.
Yeah, it will be.
I'm ready for the big track.
I'm just ready to get outside and
travel. It was a kind of an ugly winter.
What track are you looking forward to going to this year for outdoor?
You know where my...
WNRC?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going back there.
And Rip Current down there in Delaware is awesome.
I'm really looking forward to get back to 183.
Yeah. He said that the track's a little bigger now.
Yeah.
A little more...
we still got that kink on the back
stretch. A little bit, but he said he made the straightaways wider.
Okay. Well, they were a little narrow.
Yeah.
Made for some challenging.
I don't know, but he changed the dirt, man. I really had...
Yeah.
I
liked how that track hooked up.
I ran mod sprint awesome up at that track.
Yeah. No, I mean, my 13.5 was good there.
Brian South, get me outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all just want to. We're sick and tired of breathing other people's farts at the track.
And the dust.
Yeah, it did get dusty.
Yeah.
So
as hard as we tried not to let it get dusty, it just...
All RC action. Good evening. Good evening.
What size are our outdoor ovals? Man, we got about every size.
Yeah.
From about 140 run line to about 200 run line in this area.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of everything everywhere.
Yeah, you even got a bull ring, but that's going to be closed.
Yeah, that's going to be pitting.
Yeah, that's going to be bolt raised soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Leicester's an Ultimate all summer. I mean, Leicester's had to cancel their race already.
Yep.
Love Loco Joe's, but that's a haul for me. It is a haul for us.
I'm going to try to get out to Stobbs again.
Leicester's was going to try and run this past Saturday. But I do think it was ambitious for them to think they could run this early outdoor in April.
I had all my cars ready.
No, you did. I didn't.
My car ready and my undercover car ready.
Yeah. Yeah, Skunk Boss, you won't be seeing the Fezland Bull Ring. Cage Rattler, and he plans on getting a camera for the outdoor track.
We'll probably just take the out and put it out somewhere.
Yeah.
I have to figure that out because that track is huge. To try to cover
and that means just the lighting.
Well, they're putting up the poles.
Sure.
Where are you guys? Boyertown, PA.
Yes.
That's where we're at right now.
This is like the world center of oval RC racing, isn't it? For dirt.
You can go within 3 hours from here. You can race that.
You can race just about every night of the week during the summer.
Yes.
And during the winter.
You
can race tracks all weekend and pretty much all week just about. Yeah. So. We are far, far away, Bernie says. We're glitching. Well, we are glitches. But we got to get going. It's 8:54. So I'm going to thank our sponsors. J-Body RC, RIP Motorsports, KHD Speed Labs, Papa Willie's Traction Tonic.
So when I'm with you.
Have I forgotten any?
I don't know. I know all mine.
Okay. How many did I do?
Oh. But I know all mine.
Should really make a list of this. J-Body, RIP, Papa Willie's, KHD, Ultimate. Got them all. I got to thank Russ Lebo and Todd Epstein.
I had dinner with Russ on Saturday night. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. He's looking good.
He is. Got those lungs working.
Yeah.
So, get out this weekend, support your local racetracks. Fezland's running, RJ's is running, Ultimate's running.
Deer
Run's running. So you got plenty of places to go to, guys.
It's getting to that time.
Yeah, no excuse other than, shitty weather. So, all right, folks.
See ya.
And see you later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. I post a small video of the oval ran at the track in Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg, Maryland.
Yeah, we'll check it out.